Now, this is case number 548 on the calendar in the matter of Pavlinson versus Clark. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Bird, would you take the children outside, please?
I think there's only one child.
How old are you?
26.
Young looking. How wonderful. Going to be young looking forever. Miss Pavlinson, you have a child who is, according to what I read, 7 years old. Is this the father of your child?
Yes, it is.
His name?
Bobby Lubin.
And Miss Clark, Bobby used to be your boyfriend, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a child with him?
Yeah, my daughter Alexis.
She's 11?
Yeah.
According to your complaint, Miss Pavlinson, the defendant harassed you by making false charges against you, both with the police and with Child Protective Services.
Yes.
You want compensation.
Yes, I do.
Ms. Clark has a counterclaim. She says that you have been harassing her and made false charges against her. So I gather that this all has to do with the boyfriend. You don't know each other than through the boyfriend?
No.
Is that right?
Yes.
How long haven't you been with Mr. Lubin?
Oh, my daughter was a month old, 11 years.
So a long time.
Yeah.
Anything happened recently that brought him back into your life?
He hadn't seen my daughter in 8 years, and he just came into her life like 3 years ago. And he was ordered to pay child support, $69 a week. And at that time, he consented that my daughter be adopted by my husband.
Is that right, Mr. Lubin?
I'm still paying, Your Honor.
I have paperwork right here that he signed it with my lawyer.
Did you consent to, you surrendered your parental rights to the child?
Yes.
And you hadn't seen her in a long time. But you did see her for 3 years?
Yes.
How often?
I seen her every weekend.
Then why would you want to surrender your parental rights?
Due to the stuff that was going on with the false police reports and everything, Sherry and I come upon an agreement to where I would sign my rights away, because in the 4 petitions, she already had said that I was to sign my rights away, that Alexis wanted me to sign my rights away. And when we went in front of the judge says, well, you can't do that. You can't sit there and say that the child wants it, that it has to be a mutual agreement between the adults.
Okay. According to what I've read, something happened in June of last year.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
So you want to tell me what happened?
Do you want me to tell her, or do you want her?
Let her start.
Okay, on June the 5th, I was going to get radiation treatment on June the 8th. I was getting pre-up for all my medical treatments and everything else. About 5 p.m.
What's your problem?
I had a tumor in my neck. I had thyroid cancer. I had received a phone call from Mrs. Clark here, screaming and hollering, stating, you need to come and get this child out of my home. I guess CJ wasn't there at the time, so she said she only listens to CJ. She doesn't listen to me. I said, stop.
Who's CJ?
CJ's her husband. He's also the one.
So she called you saying you got to come and get this child right away.
Right, but it was more swearing words than just saying that.
I was on the phone when she had said
I said, stop right there, Sherry. I said, I hear that you're upset. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going to give the phone to Mr. Lubin here.
Okay, so then tell me the conversation.
When I got onto the phone, she said, come get your daughter. I'm tired of seeing her face. She threw my dinner away. I says, what, you want me to come over there, come get her? She says, get here as fast as you can because the kid's out. I don't care how she's out of the house. I have a picture right here, Your Honor, of the shed
that she was in
when I went over to the house to pick her up.
Okay, first tell me what happened when you went over to the house to get your...
When I went to go get my daughter, she was already in the shed. The shed doors were open. I pulled up. I said, Alexis, get inside the car.
Okay, what was she doing in the shed?
She had her bag with her, and she was standing inside the shed.
And you told her to get into the car?
I told her to get into the car. And then what I did is I exited the car, knocked on the door, but she didn't answer the door. So I took the kid to the house. We went to the house. Shannon and I had a discussion.
Stop playing with your papers.
Shannon and I had a discussion. She said it would be on the best interest of you as a father to call child malpractice. So I proceeded to call child malpractice. Child malpractice came over to the house. They took our statements and everything.
And the child was with you at the time?
Yes, ma'am, she was.
Okay.
But she had went to school.
All right, Ms. Clark, let me hear your version of the events, please. Look at me.
Me and Alexis did have an argument that day.
And you lost it?
Yeah, because we had an argument. So she wanted to go to Bob's, and I called Bob, and I asked Bob if he would take her for a couple days. I didn't even speak to Shannon. I spoke to Bob.
What did you have an argument about, Ms. Clark?
Doing the dishes. She wouldn't do the dishes. She's at that stage right now where she won't clean the house. She won't help around the house. She's at the cocky stage, and she wouldn't do anything. So she asked me if she can go to her father's for a couple days. And I said, yeah, if you want to go there, fine. So I ended up calling him or whatever. Now, I was in the living room with my son, which is 22 months, watching TV. Alexis was in the back bedroom. Alexis went out the back door into the shed by herself and waited for her father. And Alexis told me she never told her father none of that I locked her in the shed, and they told him I beat her. I got 3 reports. They called 3 times in a row. I got a letter from the village saying that my shed is, the lock don't even work on the shed. And I have a letter from...
Well, he didn't tell me that it was locked.
She also called child welfare on me, too.
Just a second. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Listen, Miss Clark, you lost it. You lost it. I absolutely believe Mr. Lubin when he says that you cursed at the child, you cursed at him about the child, and you had lost it. You lost your temper. You lost your temper with your daughter who was 11 years old. She's a child. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And he has perfect right as a father to call Child Protective Services and say that you were behaving irrationally, you were behaving not maternally, you were behaving in a way that could have placed the child at risk. He had a perfect right to call Child Protective Services. Period. End of discussion. It is your claim, however, that as a result of that, she retaliated by making false allegations against you. Now, what do you allege that she did to retaliate?
Okay. June 5th, CPS was called, and she was fully known about CPS being involved because they did investigate. She called me up on the phone on June 6th, screaming and yelling, making over 35 phone calls in one day. And
Can I see the report, please?
He had
What was she saying to you?
She says, if you call CPS, I'll make sure you get beat up. There also is a court order from...
I would like...
Okay.
I would like to see the report.
There is... All right. Sorry.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Shannon Pavlison claims her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, Sherry Clark, filed false charges with Child Protective Services. Shannon claims Sherry accused her of threatening her 11-year-old daughter.
Ms. Clark, on or about June 4th, 5th, or 6th, did you call Ms. Pavlison's home on more than 10 occasions?
My husband called at least 5, and I called at least 6, but I wasn't screaming and yelling at her. She was talking to me. She started screaming and yelling at me when CPS was called on me, and I asked her if she did it, and she told me no.
Listen to me, madam. What were the purposes of these acknowledged 11 phone calls?
Because we were calling each other back and forth all day, she was calling my phone.
What were you calling her for?
Because I was calling her to tell her that someone called CPS on me, and she told me that Bob's mother did it.
Okay, she was harassing you. No question about that.
Same
She was
report.
harassing you.
Same report in
Okay.
2000.
I'm not interested in 2000.
It's the same story going over
I
and over
understand,
again.
but I'm not interested in 2000. This
okay.
incident started in 2002.
She, by court order, she's not supposed to be at my house at all or call my house at all.
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Yes.
I had her arrested for threatening my daughter.
I understand that you had her
And I
arrested.
have-
That's one of the things she's complaining about. That was in 2002?
Yeah, that was just recently.
That was just recently.
Yes.
Well, that's one of the things she's complaining about. I know that you had her arrested. She says the allegations are false. What did you have her arrested for, Ms. Clark?
She threatened to beat up my daughter.
Tell me about that.
She called, it was the evening of July 1st, and she was talking to my husband about the CPS. She called my home, and at that time she told my husband to tell me to meet her.
Don't tell me what she told your husband.
Well, she told me to meet her downtown on Niagara Street.
Just a minute. Did you speak to her on the phone?
Yeah, because he gave me the phone after, and she told
So-
me to meet her downtown at her parents' house so she could talk to me.
Yes.
And my husband wouldn't let me go. He said, no, don't bother, just leave it alone.
Yes.
And then I said, why did you call CPS on me? And she said, how do you know I called CPS on you? I said, that's what Alexis told me. She said, well, the next time I see Alexis, I'm going to beat her.
Yes.
And then I called the town of Niagara, and the town of Niagara heard it because I taped it, and they sent her the summons and everything, and gave me a restraining order.
Let me hear the tape.
Well, I don't have it. The town of Niagara had it.
Excuse me.
Get it. It belongs to you.
She's been harassing me just as much. You haven't even talked to my daughter yet and asked my daughter anything that she's done to my daughter.
I am not going to speak to your daughter. I'm telling you that you lost your temper.
No, I didn't.
You did. You lost your temper when you call a man who you say had had no interest in his child for 8 years, and you called your child names, which you did in front of her, which there's no question in my mind that you did, and you told him to come and get his blank kid
Yeah.
because you had it with her, and you said that in front of the child.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you damn right you did. I know you did. That is neglect. Whether you appreciate it or not, that is neglect. She's the child. She's 11. You're the parent. You're supposed to be the adult. Not only do you have one child who's 11, you have a 22-month-old. You're supposed to be the parent. You're not supposed to lose your cool. And you did. And if she called CPS on you, she had every right to do that. And if you called CPS on her, you had no right to do it because you had no grounds to call CPS on her. Now, what proof do you have that she called Child Protective Services with regard to you?
I think it's up there with the police report. It's addressed straight to
addressed
Mr.
to me.
Lubin on the 7th.
On the 7th.
The very day before she had me arrested. She went down to Child Protective Services and put that petition out.
Did you call Child Protective Services on Miss Pavlison?
No, I didn't.
Did your husband?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. I don't know everything he does.
Really?
We're separated. We don't even live together.
Well, you were living together at the time, I assume, because you said that he called her house 5 times from your phone.
He don't know anything that's going on here. I don't know if he...
You listened to what I just said to you. At approximately the same time in June of 2002, you just told me that he called 5 times from your home. You called 6 times, so he must have been there.
Yeah.
So on June 8th, you were not separated. So I'm asking you whether either he or you called Child Protective Services.
No, we didn't.
No, I don't believe you. What happened as a result of the statement that she made to the police that you threatened to beat her child?
All counts got dropped. If you want to read her statement, it's a pretty bogus statement which
I
she
would
wrote
like to see it.
that I had said. She changed her story so many times and then petitioned us 5 times after the police report to family court, changed her story all then. And Alexis Lupin was never in the home the night of that phone call.
Mr. Lubin, this indicates, it says on June 8th, Ms. Pavelson called the house, and then she alleges that you said she was going to beat up her 10-year-old daughter because the 10-year-old daughter is the reason that Shannon and her daddy broke up, and she's the reason her daddy is in jail. Were you in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
For what?
Domestic violence.
Against?
Ms. Pavelson.
We got in a massive argument after what was going on. I was in outrage, and they automatically arrested him.
Well, you
because
called the
we both
police.
were yelling in the house.
You must have called the police.
Yes, I did. I just wanted to remove because I was upset.
What did you allege when you called the police? Did you allege that he hit you?
I alleged that because I had a big goiter in my throat.
Did you allege
Yes.
that he hit you?
Yes, grabbed me.
So that you
Grabbed me.
lied?
No.
Unless he hit you? Or
No,
grabbed you?
he just grabbed me, and that's what they arrested him for.
They arrested me for physically restraining her, Your Honor.
Because I did go after him.
What'd you go after him for?
I was under so much stuff, so much stress before my radiation, and I couldn't handle it anymore. I just couldn't handle it. I said, something's got to get done here. I don't know what I did wrong. My whole house was just disrupted. So bad. Real bad.
Ms. Clark, when did you and your husband separate?
Last month.
Why?
We just don't get along.
So I assume he's not going to adopt your daughter.
Yeah, he's still adopting her.
Are you insane? Why
No.
would you want to do that?
Because he don't want nothing to do with her. I mean, my daughter loves my husband. I mean, he's does everything for her. He would never take that out on my child.
How long are you married to him?
5 years. He don't feel it's right to take it out on her.
Your Honor, it goes like this. I had brought my youngest daughter here, and my youngest daughter asked to see Alexis, and she refused.
Look,
Just because, and it's not nothing to do with us. It's just for the kids.
I got pictures of how much they loved each other. I have pictures of the things I bought Alexis when she's with me. She loves
Listen to me. Ms. Clark is a very angry lady. Unfortunately, she visits her anger on innocence. Children are innocents. If they are reacting to something, they're reacting to what they see in their home, they're reacting to seeing their parents fight, they're reacting to seeing their mother angry, they're reacting to seeing their stepfather reacting to their mother. They're reacting. They're born as blank slates. Whatever they are, we make of them. Do you understand that, Ms. Clark?
Yes.
Whatever your daughter is, if she is obstinate, if she's difficult, she is that way because of you. Because according to you, he wasn't around.
Right.
So you created an environment for her, and it seems to me continue to create an environment for her that is unhealthy. I say that to you because you care so little about her emotional stability that you insisted on bringing her into the courtroom today to hear all of this stuff, despite the fact that you were advised that that was not an appropriate thing to do. You insisted. That's why I'm telling you that you have a certain immaturity as a parent, that you are visiting on the rearing of your child. So there isn't a question in my mind that you called Child Protective Services on the plaintiff. There isn't a question in my mind that you initiated a police investigation. Ultimately, those charges of threatening the child were dropped. The problem is that everybody is going to suffer, but most particularly the children are going to suffer. They have a child who evidently is close to your child, or at least spent time with her. They want the two girls to see each other. You said no for absolutely no valid reason. You allow people to come in and out of your daughter's life. First, Mr. Lubin, then your husband, then you take the children away out of spite. And you say your husband, from whom you are separated, is going to adopt your child because you think that he is going to remain a force in your child's life. And I'm here to tell you that biological parents very often don't maintain the contact, as Mr. Lubin is a testament to that. You're expecting somebody who has no biological attachment to your child at all is going to want to come and visit with that child and have to deal with you on a regular basis until she's 18 years old. And I'm telling you, that's just not going to happen. So you're going to follow through with terminating his parental rights. You're going to have somebody else who's not going to have any contact with this child, all for your own selfish purposes. sick. Okay, all I'm suggesting to you is it's grow-up time. You have 2 children?
Yeah.
You've already done a number on your 11-year-old's head. You have a 22-month-old. A little more of a blank slate. I don't know what your husband's plans are with regard to the 22-month-old. He's a good guy or a bad guy, or he
Takes good care of my son.
Well, that's good. If he takes good care of your son, there'll be a point when he'll want full custody of him, and then that child probably won't have a problem, although I haven't met the husband. In any event, your counterclaim is dismissed, Ms. Clark, but on the original complaint, which I have, I find that you did engage in a course of conduct through absolutely no fault of the plaintiff that caused her to be harassed by Child Protective Services and the police, and I'm awarding the plaintiffs $1,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step. Now, this is case number 554 on the calendar in the matter of Smith Alston versus Ryan. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. You folks have seats, please.
Ms. Alston, according to what I've read, you and Mr. Smith moved into a house.
Yes.
Along with some children. Are they your children?
Yes. We have a daughter together.
Are there other children in the house?
My 2 sons.
How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
You've been dating a long time.
10 years.
The test is over. And you moved into the house when? In the year 2000?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan and his family are your neighbors.
Correct.
And according to your complaint, there has been a series of harassing behavior, as well as some vandalism that has occurred to your home, caused by Mr. Ryan and his children. Mr. Ryan says that the harassment is really yours, and that you have been harassing him, his children. You have foster children?
Yes.
How many foster children do you
2
have?
foster children, 2 adopted.
Are these your 2 foster children?
Well, one's adopted, one's a foster.
In any event, I have a claim and a counterclaim, each for a substantial amount of money for the harassment and damage to property. And I gather, Ms. Alston, from your complaint that you are, in fact, selling your house and moving
Yes.
because of this problem.
Yes.
That's very sad. Okay, when did the problem start?
2001.
Tell me about it.
Well, when the children started going to school, they befriended his foster children. One incident occurred where Royce had received a scooter for Christmas, which his son broke about a month later, and they had a fight about it.
You got into a fight with him? Tell me about that. Stand up there next to your mom. You stand up there. Did he break your scooter by accident?
It was on purpose.
Tell me how he purposely broke your scooter.
He threw it on the sidewalk and it broke the handles.
Why did he throw it?
I don't know.
Was he just being careless? Or was he angry? Why did you break your scooter?
It was an accident. I was just swinging it around and then it slipped out of my
Slowly.
hands.
It was an accident because
I was swinging it around and then it slipped out of my hands.
you were swinging it around. Well, that wasn't handling it like you're supposed to handle a scooter, so you broke it because you weren't being careful, right? Did you pay for the scooter? Why not?
I knew nothing about it.
If you had known about it, would you have paid for the scooter?
Sure.
How come you didn't tell him?
We did.
Tell me about it.
After the fight occurred, the police were called.
No. The scooter was broken.
Right.
Right after the scooter was broken, did you tell Mr. Ryan what had happened?
No, because not even I knew about it until after the fight.
How much after the scooter was broken did the fight take place?
Probably 2 or 3 days.
Okay, so then there's a fight. Go ahead.
After the fight, the police were called. The police came to my house. That's when Royce had then told me that his older brother, Anthony, had broke his scooter.
Older brother Anthony.
His older brother was the one who broke the scooter.
So you didn't break the scooter. Did Anthony break the scooter? Who broke the scooter, David?
Anthony.
Then why did you just tell me you broke it? David, why did you tell me that you broke the scooter if it was Anthony who broke it?
Because I didn't remember if it was me or him.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, after the police were called, because Royce had hit him a couple of times and I guess he had retaliated back, we had told the police officer about the scooter, and the police officer went and talked to Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, like he said he knew nothing about it. He never offered to pay for the scooter, so we just basically said we'll get our son another one.
Okay, so that was the first thing that happened. Now, did that start the trouble?
Yes.
Go ahead.
About 2 weeks later, they got a scooter or whatever, found a scooter on the street or whatever. The kids saw it and said, hey, are you going to replace our scooter? And he said, no, we're not going.
David said no?
Was it David?
Yeah.
Okay, David. So what Royce did, he got upset. He took the scooter and threw it in the garbage. After
Not
that,
the right thing to do, Royce. Right? Okay.
so I guess he went to go look for the scooter, and it was gone. And ever since then, we've been having a lot of chaos with this gentleman.
With the gentleman or with his children?
No, with him.
Well, tell me about it.
Royce was outside. He was walking home from Greer, which is a park that's right around the corner from our house. Frederick Ryan was outside, and made a gesture to Royce, hey, would you like to own one of these? Which was a water scooter or jet ski. And Royce looked at him like he was crazy. After that, Frederick came across the street to my house and requested to speak to Royce's parents. We weren't home. My car had broken down and Derek had come to assist me. So we weren't home yet when he came over. Well, when he saw that Royce was there and it was just Royce and my son Laurel, he grabbed my son Royce by the neck.
Well, you weren't home, so you don't know what happened.
No, I'm just going off of what the witnesses told me.
I will hear it from you. Your mother is telling me about an incident when Mr. Ryan came to your house. Do you remember that incident?
Yes.
Your parents weren't home?
No.
Tell me what happened.
Royce had came in. He told me how Rick said you wish you had a jet ski like mine or whatever.
You mean Mr. Ryan?
Yeah.
Mr. Ryan said you wish you had a jet ski like mine, and then Royce came into the house.
Yeah.
Royce, when Mr. Ryan said that to you, did you say anything to him? Nothing? Didn't call him a name or anything?
I just looked at him like, in shock.
Go ahead.
5 minutes later after he came in, all of a sudden you hear a loud bang on the door. I'm thinking it's him and his friend playing. I told them to stop. A couple of minutes later, you hear it again. So I was in there washing dishes and I stopped from what I was doing. And it was Frederick with his hands on my brother.
Mr. Ryan?
Mr. Ryan. He had his hands on my brother's neck, throwing him into the door. I came out, I pushed him out.
Put your hand down, sir.
He was in the house. I pushed him out and I told him, why are you on the property? He looked at me and laughed. And so I pushed him out of the house again and told him, you need to get off my property. And then he tried to grab me. He had me like this, I had him like this, and I told him, you're not going to do like you just did my brother. You need to get off my property.
And he left?
My 7-year-old sister had called the police, and he heard that and he left.
Did the police respond?
Yes.
You have a police report?
I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
Judge Judy?
I didn't ask you anything yet, Mr. Ryan. Well, Royce, you left something out of your statement to me. You told the police that day that when Mr. Ryan asked you if you'd like to have a jet ski, and you thought he was teasing you, right? Right? You flipped him off. That's what you told the police. Right? Answer me.
Yes.
Now, is that true?
Yes.
Well, don't leave anything out when I ask you a question, young man. This is a court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Charlotte Alston says neighbor Rick Ryan assaulted her 9-year-old son. She claims Rick has harassed her family ever since.
Now let's proceed, Mr. Ryan.
Okay.
You've been having a lot of trouble with this young man because you say that there has been bad language coming out.
A lot of it.
Okay.
I got tired of it.
Fine. So you got tired of it. And I want you to tell me what happened on October 18th.
I was going to the store, I believe, or I was just coming home. I'm not sure exactly which. And he's out in the street, cussing and swearing, foul language, give me the finger and all this.
That's not true, what you just told me. That's not true, because it's not what you told the police. You told the police this all emanated from the fact that he was calling your daughter names.
No, it had nothing to do with my daughter that day.
Really?
My daughter was not home.
Statement by Frederick Ryans. That's you. Is that correct?
Yes.
I was in the house when my daughter came inside and told me Royce was calling her names. That's the statement you gave to the police.
Okay.
Now you remember, sir?
That's possible. There's been so many instances.
Listen to me carefully, sir.
Okay.
Then you say I don't remember. You don't lie.
Do
you understand?
I didn't really think
Good.
that's what it was.
It's a lie.
Okay.
Fine. So now let's get to where we're going. So your daughter came in and told you that this young man was calling her names. What did you do?
I went over to the house to talk to the parents.
How did you get there?
With my van.
How far do you live?
Right across the street.
Then you got in your van.
I was going somewhere, so.
You're a liar.
No.
Oh, yes, you are, sir. You got in the van for the purpose of intimidating. I have statements from witnesses, from your neighbors. Listen to me, sir. On your best day, you are not as smart and as clever as I am on my worst day. Do you understand that, Mr. Ryan? Sure. If you don't remember something, say, I don't remember. I'm going to read you another statement. You told the police, I followed him, and when I got to the front door, his older brother was there. You didn't tell the police that you were going out and getting into your van. You just stopped by the house. You said, I followed him.
Yeah, I pulled up to the house right there and went up to the front door to talk to the parents.
I watched Rick pull up in his van and chase Royce into the house.
That's not true.
Well, that's from an independent witness, sir.
Well,
that's from an independent witness who was spoken to by the police. Okay, so you get to the house, and he tells you to leave, and you don't leave. You put your hands on him.
Nope.
Did you leave?
I asked to speak
Did
to
you
his
leave?
parents.
He said his parents weren't home. Did you leave?
He showed me.
Did you leave?
After he pushed me and told me to get off the property, I pushed him back.
Let's move to the next incident, please.
Okay, right after that, on 10/29, again, Mr. Ryan approached my child. My child was outside on his way to football practice. He drove up on the sidewalk and deliberately tried to run my son over.
Go ahead, I'll hear you, Mr. Ryan.
He was on my sidewalk, and that's where I park.
He was on your sidewalk, and that's where you park. Is that your answer?
That's exactly where I park, yes.
So, the answer is, Mr. Ryan, you did in fact see him on the 29th.
Yeah, yes.
And he was on the sidewalk, but you park on the sidewalk.
I don't park. It's not on the sidewalk, but it's right on the curb there. He was there in the parking spot when I pulled up.
So, you pulled up and he got out of the way.
Yes.
I'm going to tell the state of California that they better look very carefully into whether or not you should have him in your house with all your children, madam. There's something not right with him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I've been in this business a long time. Something's not right with him. He's picking on a kid. Put your hand down. You're supposed to be the adult.
Well, I don't think this is fair.
I don't give a rat's behind what you think, Mr. Ryan. I came into this case as a blank slate.
Right.
I said to myself, I can't believe he's a man, he must love children, he has
I do.
foster children, and yet I'm listening to a series of
Lies.
provocative acts by an adult against children. One where you actually put your hands on him.
That's not true.
Oh, yes it is. You actually put your hands on him.
If I put my hands on him and slammed him up against the door, ma'am, if it was my child, I would take them to the hospital. Excuse me.
I want to tell you something. I find that you put your hands on him.
No, I have not.
Oh, I find that
I
he
would
puts
never
his
do
hands
that.
on you to get you out of his house. But you put
I
your
would
hands
never
on
in the
him.
house. Never in the
That's
house,
three
John.
children that you either touched or tried to hurt or tried to scare in 10 minutes. Now, is that the kind of person that I think should be taking care of children? That the state should entrust children to? The answer, madam, is no. I now want to hear about your allegation of vandalism against Mr. Ryan.
Okay, November 10th. My daughter and my younger son were outside playing, and I guess she was 6 years old at the time. Went across the street and doorbell ditched his house.
What does that mean?
She went across the street and rang his doorbell and ran back across the street.
Not smart.
She was
You're
only
6-year-old.
She's 6.
Not smart.
And when he came out and saw her running, he called her. Mr. Smith, when Royce came in and told his dad what had just occurred, Derek went over there to talk to find out what had happened. When Derek went over there, he immediately said, if you don't get off my property, I'm going to shoot your house up. At that time...
Wait just a minute. Were you there?
Yes, I was.
Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. I was right there in the garage.
Okay.
After that, Derek said, I need to know why you just called my daughter out of her name. Why would you talk to my 6-year-old daughter in that tone of manner? At that point, his wife comes to the door yelling, if you don't get off my property, we're going to do something to you. So she goes back into the house as if she's going to get a gun. I go over, I grab my fiance.
Well, she went back into the house.
She went back into the house like she was going to go get something.
Police.
When I saw that, I deliberately ran over and grabbed my fiance and said, let's get out of here. These people are crazy.
Okay, stop. What was the vandalism?
The vandalism was he shot through our window November 21st.
Did anybody see him do it?
My son did. He didn't actually see him. He heard his door open.
When he opens his door, it squeaks a lot. And just before my window was shot, because I was in my room at the time when it was shot through, the door squeaked open. When it was shot afterwards, his door squeaked again, and it sounded like it shut.
That's not very strong circumstantial evidence. Some, considering the history, but it's not sufficient enough for me to find an act of vandalism on Mr. Ryan's part. Okay, I'd like to hear the first act of alleged harassment against you, Mr. Ryan.
On the 30th of December, he was cussing and yelling out the window. Then
Who was cussing and yelling out the window?
Royce.
Royce, the little one.
Yes. Then 2 days later, on the 1st, my oldest daughter, who's not here, who's 17 and a half, went to Placerville with her boyfriend, and she was just coming home. And right after that, she came in the house and she saw him going along my wife's car, scraping it.
Where's your daughter?
She didn't come.
Well, then I'm not interested in what you have to tell me, because if you didn't see it and she's not here to tell me about it, it never happened. Do you
I
understand?
saw them run across the street.
Excuse me?
She saw them run across the street.
Step up.
They were in the yard.
Step up.
and ran-
No.
Hold on.
They were
Okay, what date did this happen?
January 1st.
January 1st.
Okay, tell me what you saw.
I saw the little one by the side of the car, and when he realized it was me, he ran across the street.
So you didn't see him do anything? Is
Well,
that right?
yeah.
Okay. Just let me tell you what you should have done, Mr. Ryan. When one of your children broke his new scooter, you should have been the right kind of neighbors and gone over to the Smith Alstons and said to them, "We're sorry my son did that. I'm going to replace it." Because that's what you're supposed to do. Should have gone over there. I'm not excusing bad behavior. Yours. You understand? I think that you have a fresh mouth. Royce, does your mom know you have a fresh mouth?
Yes.
He does, you know.
Yes.
You know, he looks like a sweet little angel, but, you know, I know that he can be a nasty little kid. Not necessarily his brother, who looks like a relatively mild guy. But this one's a brat. I heard not one incident, Mr. Ryan, or Mrs. Ryan, where either Miss Alston or Mr. Smith acted inappropriately with your children. There may have been instances with their children acting inappropriately with your children, or acting inappropriately towards you, calling you names, this little fresh mouth over here. But I haven't heard one incident where these two people acted inappropriately with you or your minor children, because that's what caused them to sell their house, the fact that adults who were supposed to know better were intimidating their children. That they can't tolerate, then they have to move. And for that, you have to pay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Defendants get nothing on their counterclaim.